Hey, greetings everyone. Welcome to another Sunday Science Story Time. My name's Andrea. I work at the Reach Museum, but I am here at home for today's story time, which is a fun one. Today's book is all about, any guesses? It's bubbles. Today's book is about bubbles. So before we get started, I will teach you one of the signs out there for the word bubbles. So if you have played with bubbles before, I'm sure you have been an observer and have noticed what shape bubbles usually come in. So what shape are bubbles usually? Are they square? Are they triangular? Bubbles are usually in circles. So the sign for bubble that I will teach you today is you're going to take your hands and you're going to make each one into a little circle. See that? You can look through your circles like binoculars, but because we're talking about bubbles, these circles are going to kind of float around like bubbles do. And the other thing bubbles do that is pretty fun is they pop. So these bubbles are going to pop. So try the sign for bubbles. Float your bubbles, pop your bubbles. Got it? All right, you can keep working on it. The book we will read today happens to be called Pop the Bubble. And this book was written and illustrated by Mary Eakin, and we read it with permission from Sweet Lemon Publishers. So shall we get started? All right, Pop the Bubble by Mary Eakin. Now this book is going to ask you to do some things, so make sure you're listening so that you can do the movements or make the noises that it asks you to do. Hi there. Do you want to make a bubble? Should we make a bubble? What's the first step? What's the main step in making a bubble? We're going to blow the bubble. So on 3, go ahead and blow. 1, 2, 3, blow. Good one. Wow. That's a nice bubble. Blow again. You ready? You blew that one really high. Is it too high? Try shaking the book up and down to bring it back. So I'll shake the book. You can shake your own body. You ready? Let's shake up and down. You think it worked? Oops, I shook the rain out of the clouds. Quick, turn the book upside down. You think that'll work? Whew, great, that'll work. Now, turn the book back and whisper very softly, wind. Are you ready to whisper wind? On 3, 1, 2, 3, wind. Did you whisper it? Oh, that was a little too loud. Look at the wind. Where'd the bubble go? Can you find it? Did you find it? Good job. It's hiding in this tree. Then it says, tickle the tree. So I'll tickle the tree, but why don't you try tickling your arm? You ready? Tickle. Oh, it's working. It says, keep tickling. Are you still tickling too? Whoops. See those boots there? It says, I'm okay. Now, let's wipe the leaves off. So I'll wipe the leaves off this book. Why don't you wipe the tickles off your arm? Nice job. Where's the bubble? Where am I? Clap 2 times. Did you do it? Here I am. Draw a circle around the bubble. So I will draw a circle around this bubble here. Since you don't have this book, how about you draw a circle right in front of your face? Imagine that it's a bubble floating right in front of your face. Did you draw a big one? Did you draw a small one? Is it still floating there? I hope so. Because on 3, let's pop it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Pop. Did you pop it? Looks like she got wet when she popped her bubble. You did it! Number 1 best bubble popper ever. The end. Pop the bubble. That was fun, wasn't it? Would you like a challenge for the week? I have a really fun one. Actually, 2 really fun ones for you this week. The first one, you need some supplies for. So let me demonstrate it for you, and then maybe sometime this week you can try it out. You will need some kind of a straw. I've got my silly straw here. And you will need a little cup of water. And if it can be clear, that's great. So what happens if I put the straw in the water and I blow? Do you think I'll make bubbles? Well, I made bubbles, but the bubbles didn't stick around. What do you think I need to do to help bubbles stick around in this water? Do you have any ideas? Could I add something to this water that would make bubbles? What if I added some soap? Now this is just dish soap. So I'll add, 2 squirts? Count them with me. 1, 2. Now what do you think will happen this time when I blow my bubbles? Should we see? All right. Wow! And look, they stick around. Now, your job, if you can find something to do this experiment with. Now look at the bubbles and notice they are not perfectly round anymore. These bubbles connected to each other, they are shaped like a hexagon. Do you know what a hexagon is? Do you know how many sides a hexagon has? A circle is just one line and it's round. It doesn't have any sides. A hexagon has 6 sides. So isn't that curious? Let me do it again. It's hard for you to see, which is why you need to do this experiment at home. And then you can check out how bubbles can change shape when they're connected to each other, but they will always make a hexagon when you do it like this. Now, your second challenge, if you do this challenge and you want to know more about why bubbles do this, check out our other new live stream program, which is on Saturdays. So you would have seen it yesterday, but if you didn't see it yesterday, head to our Facebook page. It's called Saturday Live Steam, and find the video on bubbles, bees, and basalt, which is a rock. And Miss Pauline is going to tell you in this video, she's going to give you some information and some really cool secrets about bubbles, but she's also going to tell you how bubbles, bees, and basalt rock are related, are similar to each other. Maybe before you watch it, see if you can think about ways that they might be similar. All right, so 2 challenges that have to do with bubbles. See if you can blow some bubbles at your house. Make sure, friends, that when you do this experiment, you are only blowing into the straw. And please do not drink the soapy water. That's not very good. So see if you can blow some bubbles, and then check out our Saturday Live Steam and learn even more about bubbles. Hey, thank you so much for joining me again. As always, I will see you next Sunday for another Sunday Science Storytime. And until then, I hope you have a great week. See you later.